Hold up, hold up, hold up. It's that boy GplanZ. Don't give a damn. He cooler than a fan. Walking real tall. Some say he's a man.
Kim McCoy. That's what this lady Kim, aka Kim McCoy.
Hey, Lady Kim McCoy.
Yeah.
How you doing? We are in Lafayette, Louisiana.
Period.
What's popping with you?
Man, chilling, bruh. Just trying to push through the quarantine and the COVID and stuff like that. You know, that's about it.
Yeah, how you been? How you been coping with it?
I mean, well, for me, ain't nothing really changed or whatever. I ain't never, like, I'm still recording in my studio. I'm still, basically pre-corona, let me put it like that. Pre-corona, I was already just staying at home. Everybody know I work from home. And I leave, so I go to the store, I come back home. I go to church, I come back home. I'm not, ever since I got out of prison in 2018, I ain't really been comfortable with just chilling by people or whatever. So, if that make any sense.
Well, I appreciate you chilling with me.
Well,
I really do.
Well, business is business.
Yeah,
you know, I'm talking about like feet kicked up. Like I don't feel comfortable staying to other people's places long like that. So that's just me since I came out of prison. I'm sorry, it's nothing personal.
Can you disclose why? Why did you go, or if you want to?
Well, back in 2012, I caught a charge. Was it 2012? Yeah, 2012, I caught a charge. 36 pounds of marijuana. It was a possession charge. It wasn't like trafficking. It wasn't, you know, distribution. It wasn't nothing like that. It was just possession of marijuana. So I caught that charge. They gave me 4 years probation for that. And so right when they gave me 4 years probation for that, my mama passed. And I was just like, man, fuck probation. Like, fuck all that. And so, you know, of course you get a warrant out for you. It was a Texas charge. So, you know, Texas is going to come find you regardless. Like, it don't matter how long you run. They're going to come find you. So that happened when my mama passed. I was just like, fuck all that. And so a warrant was put out for my arrest from Texas. And so a year passed, year 2 passed, year 3 passed, like 4 or 5 years later. And finally, I got caught up. Like I was doing like an improper left lane turn and the cop stopped. And she was just like, what's your name? And so usually I say my little sister name. You know, I'm going to just be honest. I would just say my little sister name. And so this time I was just like Kimberly McCoy. And so she ran the name and she was just like, I got to detain you for Chambers County in Texas. So I was just like, ma'am, please no. You know what I'm saying? Just let me. It was just a mistake, you know, because I already know I had been running for so long or whatever. So I knew something was going to, like,
so
I was going to have to
for
face
like
it.
3 years?
No, for like 4 or 5, nigga, yeah.
Wow.
And not really on the, yeah, I'm going to say on the run, because that's what it really was. I was going to say not really, but, because I didn't like people just showing, around that time when I had warrants, I didn't like people just showing up to my house. You couldn't just pull up and knock on my door because I was not answering. Or just, you know, just paranoid, looking out the window before I get in the car. Just trying to watch out for them people because they was going to come get you.
You're right about that.
Regardless, they come 5 o'clock in the morning at your shit and bang on the door. And you thinking somebody playing. So, you know, if you're not thinking, you will get up and be like, what the fuck y'all knocking on my door for? But really, it's them people.
They came and got you that morning? Or
No. I was doing some, I was going to get a shrimp on a stick in Crowley, Louisiana. It's like 15-20 minutes down the road. And so I was making a left turn onto this street, but there was no left lane. So I ventured off into the wrong lane. I hurried up and got back. Well, a cop was like two cars behind us. And she just pulled up behind us, and I was like, fuck, bro. And usually I say my little sister name, but not this time. The Lord was like, you finna answer to your shit.
So how was that experience? Like, how long did you stay in for and stuff like that?
I was in there 11 months. 11 months, and on first it was, I didn't want to get with the program, because on first when you get in there, everybody had me under the impression that I was about to do, my bad, 3 months or whatever. And so I'm like, okay, I could do 3 months or whatever. And so, you know, 3 months come to pass and you just like, okay, what the fuck? Like when I'm getting out. So the first to 3 months, you like, damn, when I'm getting out, that's what you're concentrating on. Finally though, when you finally get in there and you accept where you are at the moment, that's when your time really flies. You know? And so, yeah, I did 11 months on that possession charge, and it was an experience. I felt like at some points in there, I felt like it was where I was supposed to be, because of the situation and circumstances that was going on. And it was just like, man, I feel like I was supposed to be here right now. And then for me, it was like I needed to take a break, you know, from the things that I was doing. I was addicted to pain pills very, very hard, and the Lortabs. And just certain people I needed a break from, certain things, even the studio. Like, I needed a break from everything. And so, but I asked for that in the beginning of the year, but I didn't think it was going to be that way, you know?
So God answered your prayers.
Yeah.
In this mysterious way.
Yeah.
Wow. So growing up in Lafayette, like, how was it like? Was you always involved in crazy stuff and doing whatever?
Yeah, since a kid, I was always involved in music. I mean, since I was like 4 or 5 years old, you know, my mama would drop us off to church or whatever. And then she would see people in the grocery store and they'd be like, oh, your daughter can sing. And so she's like, which one? Because we're 4 girls. And so she'd be like, which one? So they'd be like, Kim. And so she's like, Kim can sing? Like, my mama didn't even know. And so I was like 4 or 5 years old, you know, singing in the children's choir at Queen of Peace Church in Lafayette. And, you know, from there, I took it to school. From elementary, I was in chorus. Middle school, I was in chorus. I was in honor choir. Like, I was a shit. Yeah. Even high school.
You still are. Still are. Now, you know, from the outsiders looking in, a person, if you go outside this state, now I ain't gonna say Texas, sometimes Texas they may say something. They're gonna say, oh, I'm from Louisiana. Oh, you from New Orleans? No.
No.
So, like, what's so special? Me, I think the 327 has the best everything, you ask me. What's so special about a Lafayette woman besides the others, in your opinion?
What's so special about the Lafayette women? Yeah. Well, one, we're beautiful women. And not saying nobody else ain't beautiful nowhere else, but I'm just saying, you know, I got a rep for my section, okay? And, you know, most females is family oriented. If not, they're the totally opposite. They're into their work and their jobs and stuff like that. And, I mean, you catch you a Lafayette woman, like if an out of town nigga come, you know, to Lafayette or whatever, like you gonna want to wife up one of us, period. And so, and I'm just talking shit. I'm talking buku shit, bruh. Yeah. But yeah, what you can expect from a Lafayette woman, though, you can expect her to know how to cook, how to make a home, and you know what I'm saying, and loyalty. I can't speak on everybody else's part. I could just speak on me as a Lafayette female. So.
Okay, we got that. Moving forward, like when you realized that you were a talented young lady, did you like, all right, I'm about to start going into the studio and taking it serious so people can hear me? Or what was their mindset once you realized that I got a thing with music?
It was, see, we grew up in the church, and you know, of course I sang in the choir, African dance and sacred dance and stuff like that. But it was when I guess it was when the responsibility of the choir got put on me as a 15, 16-year-old. You know, the guy that was running it, Roy Anthony, shout out to Chip. They left to go to New York for 3 months. Him and his brothers had a singing group. So they left to go to New York for 3 months, and I was left with the responsibility of making sure that the church, you know, the choir rehearsal and church on Sunday. And so I think when I took over that responsibility and aced it, that's when I knew. You know, like I started making beats, like I started doing all kind of things around that age.
Now, in this area coming up, like when you started making music, did your people take you serious? Or was it until you like started to get big and you and Lafayette and y'all had y'all stuff going on?
Lafayette always took me serious with the music. I can say that. But my people, I guess they didn't know what direction I wanted to go in, because the first thing that was offered was gospel. And so I'm like, why gospel? Because I'm a big chick. Because, you know, I was a dumpling in high school, you know. Should I still feel fat? Fuck. But, you know, I'm just saying, I'm just a female at this point. But, you know, I'm like, why gospel? But that was the first thing, like, but I didn't know what I wanted to do. And so I was projecting all that onto, you know, the people that was showing me the way or whatever. And it was just like, I was angry with the wrong people. Like, it was up to me to do what I did, which was shape and mold myself, you know, into this artist or whatever with the skills and tools that everybody else has given me. And so, yeah. I've been doing it for about 24 years now.
24 years.
24 years now.
So what are you best known for? Like in this?
My hooks.
Yeah.
My hooks and engineering now.
Yeah.
I've been engineering in the studio since 2006.
Wow.
And I've been engineering myself since 2003 though. I did my first mixtape. I made my beats on my first mixtape.
What was your first mixtape? What was the name?
It was called Kim Possible, the mixtape. It's on datpiff.com. If y'all want to go check me out back in, yeah, it was like 2004 maybe.
Any features on there during that time?
Who's on Kim Possible, the mixtape?
That's a long time ago.
That is a long time ago. I'm not sure. I know my homeboy Poppy was on it, but I'm not sure who else. Like, I can't even go back that far, really.
So right now,
I think Wo Chi was on it.
Mochi from Cran Crow, yeah.
Yeah, Wo Chi, I think.